Pet owners of Reddit, what is the most bizarre thing your pet expects from you? I have a Great Dane who is sensitive. He hates it when his feet get dirty, when he accidentally steps in mud, or God forbid, poop, outside. He stands in the yard on 3 legs and won't move until I walk out there and wipe his foot clean. It's vaguely pathetic, but also amusing, so I do it on a routine basis. I wish my cockapoo was like that. He just casually strolls and runs through his wee and poo without a care in the world. It's a nightmare to clean his paws, monkey covering eyes, face with tears of joy. When I bend down to spit while brushing my teeth, my cat will jump up and stand on my back. She then expects me to parade her around for the rest of my life, walking with my back at a 90-degree angle so that she can continue to stand upright. If I try to get her off, she clings to the back of my shirt with her claws. It's great. She's great. Everything is great. I have a kitten who, every time I stand at the bathroom sink for whatever reason, will climb my legs and get up onto my shoulder. I am covered in scratches from him slipping and using my skin to grip. Everything is great indeed. My cats will act like they've been starved for the last 3 days, and when they get their food, they act like it's invisible. My roommate's cat will only eat food if he throws it on the floor with his paw first. He always scoops from the middle of the bowl, when he can see the bottom of the bowl, even if it's only the middle. He stands there and screams like he's dying. Then you put food in the bowl and he just walks away. My cockatiel wants me to scratch her, but then bites me when I scratch her. Or if I don't scratch her, she'll bite me. BC, I'm not scratching her. Stupid bird. She wants you to scratch her and she wants you to scratch her right. If you don't scratch her right, she will let you know that too. Maybe you are scratching too hard or you hit a pin feather. Pinnies are very sensitive. Or maybe it's not the right spot. It could also be that she thinks she wants scratches but she's really hungry or thirsty or something else bothered her like a strange noise. For the most part I can tell what my teal really wants when she nibbles on me. My dog loves getting kicked. I love my dog, and it isn't abusive, but he loves when I tuck my foot under his back when he's laying down, and pushing him across the floor. You can tell he wants it when he flops onto your feet and stares at you. My dog is wonderful, but I'm still not too happy that my dog is kinky like that. My dog, 45 pounds, jumps in my lap to sit. If I push her off, she thinks we're play fighting and it's game on. I either have to let her sit there or wrestle with her for 15 minutes. She has discovered a guaranteed way to get playtime. I don't understand what she wants, but one of my rats burrows deep into my clothing until she traps herself and then squeaks like I'm crushing her. Every day. I wonder if she's playing. Like maybe she thinks it's hilarious and when you pull her out she's secretly having a laugh. I have a cat who likes to be tucked in at night when I go to bed. She has to sleep with her head on the pillow under my chin with her body tucked in under the blankets. Cat wants me to stick my finger way down into her right ear. When working at a vet clinic, it was the best to be the groom assistant when needed. They freak out during the nail trim but nothing gets their leg kicking like cleaning their ear. You'd almost think they expect a cigarette afterwards. I must watch my cat pee. We almost lost him a few years ago to a seriously bad urinary blockage. For real. Especially if your cat is indoor, male, and or overweight. Make sure they get enough water. And he built up scar tissue that made urinating painful. Also, it just sucked for a while because he couldn't. So I'd watch him each time to monitor his progress and report to the vet, being reassuring all the while. He pulled through, but now he calls me in to watch each time he has to pee. Like, he literally cries like he's dying if I don't go. It's been a couple years now. It's a little much, but we're just happy the little jerk is okay. If my dog sees you pull out chapstick or lip gloss, he expects some on his nose. My mom will share her chapstick with him and he has his own tube of lip gloss in my aunt's purse. Whenever I open a bottle of water, my cat expects me to pour some out into the bottle cap so he can have a drink. I keep spare caps on hand for this purpose. Not sure if this applies, but my dog, a Staffy, will cry continuously until we magically guess what she wants. It's like she expects us to know exactly why she's crying, and progressively gets louder and louder. It may sound like it's not that bad, but it can range from wanting attention to needing the toilet. The ultimate guessing game. When I get home from work, my Labrador likes me to hold her paw, whilst I give her a belly scruffle. She also likes us to keep the printer full of paper, as she enjoys bopping the test button on with her nose and watching the paper go through. She's the boss of the house, to be honest. I have a black stray cat named Shadow, my shadow cat. She also follows people around while meowing. I don't know what she wants honestly, and she would know exactly when someone is at the door and would start meowing as soon as it opens. My parents won't allow her inside the house. She has kittens, so whenever her kittens meowed for the first 2 weeks at least, she would look up at me like she's saying, "Help me, human." What do I do? She loves being scratched but always tries to bite me. If I don't scratch her, she rubs against me. But if I give her attention, she walks away. I am so confused by this cat. Every time I open the freezer, my dog runs over and waits for an ice cube. She then crunches it up and leaves it to melt on the living room carpet. Our dog wants to be in the room whenever we change our baby's diaper. He doesn't come over and smell or anything, and doesn't try to eat the diaper, but he's gotta be in the room. My rabbit expects to get a treat if you go near the fridge. He will try to climb in. He will try to climb my daughter to steal her food. He will nibble on toes. My cat loves to sit in my bathroom sink and will meow until I make the faucet drip for him. It fascinates him for some reason. My cat meows loudly in the morning so that I will get up, start the shower and let him drink 3 cupped handfuls of fresh shower water. I regard bending down to let him drink from my hand as part of my morning stretching routine now. If I let the dogs out when I get home and don't give them food immediately after, the big dog will stand next to his bowl and yell, bark, at me until I do. He demands dinner at 6 p.m. sharp. My cat likes peanut butter and will let me know every time she wants some. My parents' cat sleeps with them, and he's used to their schedule. So when he thinks bedtime is coming, he'll start annoying them until they follow him into the bedroom. My Irish Terrier expects me to let her in the shower with me but not get her wet. She will just hop in after I've already started showering. She then expects to be covered by the inner shower liner so she doesn't get wet. When my son was a puppy, she demanded to be in the shower with whoever was currently using it. Problem was, she hated something about standing in the water. So anytime we let her get in the shower with us, she hop in and immediately start crying and scratching at us to pick her up. It's not easy to wash your hair while holding a beast of a puppy. My dog expects me to pay attention to him when he starts playing the piano. I'm not kidding. Quite obviously, I pay attention. My cats expect to join me in the bathroom for my morning shower. One is stationed at the bathroom sink for me to turn on the faucet to drip, and the other sits in between the shower curtain and liner while I'm in there. It hadn't struck me as being an odd routine until my husband, then boyfriend, and I started dating, and he came in during a shower like, "WTF are you all in here? I have 5 fur animals. Here are their demands. Oldest cat requires you to change her water bowl twice a day. All 3 cats expect canned food at 8 p.m. My black cat expects to be allowed in the bathroom with me while I'm taking my evening poop. If I don't open the door, he stands outside and protests loudly until I come out. My dogs expect to be let outside anytime anyone comes in the house. Even if I've just closed it and re-entered to grab something I forgot, I can hear them throwing a fit and pawing at the back door from outside after I've closed the front door a second time. If we eat sausage, they expect the grease to be on their food. My smallest absolutely will not eat if we have cooked sausage and we do not give her the grease. She's been known to refuse to eat for days because she didn't get her grease-covered food. Yes, I know it's not great for them. My grey cat expects to be let out at 8:45 p.m. daily. He then expects to be let in at 6 a.m. daily. If you don't let him in or out on time, he will run from one end of the house to the other howling like he's stepped on hot coals and peeping in the windows to get your attention. He's terrible. My cat expects me to do a patrol of the house with her every other day. She'll stand in a doorway yowling until I walk up to her. Then I have to follow her to the next room and walk round it. Pause to pet her and repeat until the whole house has been covered. She occasionally drops live mice on my feet as well. I suspect she thinks of me as a very dumb kitten that needs assistance with hunting and guard my territory. Have a roommate who owns a dog. The dog's name is Lucy. She's great and everything, but I usually feel used when she expects me and my GF to take her out and feed her, and then she runs off to get love from my roommate. Feels bad, man. Every time I boil the kettle for tea, my dog comes skittering in, slips and skids on the floor, bounces off the table leg and looks expectantly as I pour my tea. I make tea every 20 minutes. I heard that most cats don't like their tummies being touched, but when my cat is sleeping she'll roll over, belly up, and whenever I rub her tummy, she leans into my hand and starts purring. She only does this when she's sleeping. When she's awake she hates cuddling and gets really violent if you try to hold her. I put his slobbery toys away in the kitchen sink and he wants me to hold my arm out so he can jump up and perch his front paws on my forearm so he can stare at his toys in the sink. He's content after that.